So today is the book moon. Look at this. It's kind of nice actually. Oh, this is Aberdeen. Apparently, I found out that I was drinking my own Chinese age. I'm going to be 41 this year, in November 22nd, of this year, 2026, right? So 29th July today, Wednesday, and look at this weather. So Wednesday, and so good. So anyway, I met this lady. She said to me that she said, "Oh no, you're not." I was like, "I can't believe this." I was like, "Oh, this is like the downside of having hidden disabilities, like pride, brain injury, autism spectrum, and everything." So I found out. So of course she said to me, "Golden Surfer." She was like prophesizing, but she was alright. She's probably following my YouTube, but she might not, because I do believe more than just Jesus Christ, right? But so anyway, so even Jesus Christ is very good, but as I said, he's just anyway. So of course there's encouragement. I don't turn away in prayer groups or anything. That's great, but I need more than prayer. I need action. The whole life I always knew I need someone who's not just pray for me. I need some action in my life. So today I was really tired. I was meant to go to Gatehouse in Oxford, which people don't know in Oxford. Gatehouse is a halfway house for place that's at the church in Oxford, nearby St Aldgate Street, for vulnerable people, mainly people who like myself, who's disabled, who needs support, goes there, who can't afford any other services, and who are disabled, and then those who are homeless. So it's just vulnerable people basically. So people who's financially struggling, or families who financially struggle. So it's not just homeless people. People think it's not. It's more than that. Funny enough, when I was younger, I did support. So I missed that because I was a bit drained because I was was talk about the key worker. She's about my age, and she's Caribbean, mixed race, a bit darker than me, but got kids and everything. And she's like gaslighting me. It's like saying, "Oh, you got too many things and stuff." I was like, "You know what? I don't actually about my clothes. Need to sell it and stuff. Just." She's not really helpful about my helping me find a new place. She doesn't want to. I know that. I know that she's full of shit. I just feel it. I really sense that. They didn't really want me to get that communal thing. They just maybe, apply for the little meh thing, because I did find a place, but they didn't helpful. It's because they know about it, but they don't want me to have it. Basically, they're all pretentious. Very evil people, but apparently, I'm trying. I did look for a place to live. I would look at my homework. I forgot, there was so many stuff going on. I had to look at my homework, spiritual homework from my mentor, which I'm going to see online right now. Which, look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it? What the Buck Moon's brought. I might not even see it. Because it'd be past thing, but it's nice. It's nice, right? It's but I think maybe I'm so spiritually lined up. Maybe I just focus on my Chinese birth, because the lady did say to me about a thing. So. And I think I am on the non-Western lifestyle. If I had more space on my phone, I would go back to checking the non-Western calendar. I did do that for a while, very long time. I did mention in my blogs about it. Maybe my old channel, under my birth name, which no longer resonate, but you know, I have to use it legally. That's my legal birth name. But when it comes to my spiritual practice and online courses, I use my Trinity Like Divine. But you know, I'm just, because that is my spiritual practice name, I have a right to use that. But yeah, it's just really frustrating, really. You know, because you can do like with stage, right? You don't need to use your stage name. You use a stage spiritual practice. Because that's really, do you know stage is actually spiritual practice, by the way? Do you know that? Anyway, yeah. But you know, it's a long act of, you know, acting is a form of spiritual performance. Anyway, not an acting, but generally, you know, you know, it's kind of some truth in it. But so yeah, just, you know, I was actually find a miracle, right? I guided to find some. So yeah, from Waitrose, reduce. It's like my mind was saying fish. I was thinking, okay, fish, okay. Going to Waitrose, even though I don't have much money. I had saving account 100. No, it's less than 100 now, because I had to put my own classic account because I got 3 bank accounts. Right, I got my savings, my Lloyd's account. It's really frustrating. Anyway, so after having a bit of nap, siesta nap, I from house hunting and waking up because I forgot about I was about really drained from my fake key worker, which you meant to be locking, not be a gatekeeper of locking people and keeping people down. That's what most people don't realise. It's really annoying. Anyway, which reminds me of that past life French founder who did an app, Shaman, who they used to have, not on this phone, but my Android phone, Samsung phone, which I lost. I'm missing actually, but you know, I've probably outgrown this apps anyway. But there's just some truth, you know, about the past life app. He was a new that was released this year on digital about insight, possibility that your past life or you know, someone that was with you that involved how they're still setting people free, they're keeping people down. Honestly, I think one was wise if I probably jail or something, because I did remember helping someone beheaded. When I was one time I was really angry about someone when it was like my 30th birthday, and he was a very evil guy. I don't like people, but there's some things, you know, I thought, well, actually, this is funny. This has come out. I used to do this. You know, I actually told one of my old care workers who no longer, because she did the right thing, right? So, but anyway, hopefully she's now got a career in doing animals, because I think that's what her true calling is, not to actually, she's not so that great caregiver. I think she was better off with animals once a few. I think that was her whole calling, was to animals, her and husband. Once a few, I don't think they're very good with people. No offense if they are actually watching this, but yeah, we're just how it is, really. Yeah, but I don't know, just how it is sometimes. Well, now it's dark now, we can't see the fucking moon, but yeah. I just find the whole thing quite funny, really. So, but yeah, as I said, I was miracle. I was guided to go to Waitrose, get avocado, smash avocado. Yes, it's not organic, but you know, I get what I can, right? With reduce, and then that was usually really full price. Eggs reduce, 6 organic ring. Reduce, which, you know, just a lot of things reduced, really. It was amazing. So yeah, reduce. Oh crap, I have to go on the other side. Damn it. Huh. I used to use the gate. Now they lock the gate. So I was able to have both keys to get 5. Now there's like one side is when I fixed the door last year. So fucking, that's the thing, a lot changed though, but yeah, just how it is really. I'm gonna go to the back entrance because I really do not want. So yeah, this is what it is really. But yeah, I'm getting in my apartment. So yeah. So yeah, this. I locked it. Crap. That's to turn on the artificial light. So yeah, it's just how it is really. But you know, and then I thought salmon. I think, and then I found ready to eat salmon. Waitrose essential reduced. So I had all reduced, but even then it was like £13, the whole thing. I was even tempted to get more reduced gluten-free bread. Of course not organic like the sourdough, I just left it though. Probably should have done it really, but I didn't really. I probably would get free on Olo app, which actually I meant to be throwing this because that was from last Monday. It's now gone bad. I'll do it. Apparently they don't put it on the floor. Anyway, my guys was like, don't put it on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands. Just washing up liquid, all things. So yeah, it was just really frustrating though with something. Oh yeah, I have to buy washing up liquid. I think I still got some spare washing up liquid somewhere, but I need to get washing up. But yeah, it's just how it is really. You know, but yeah, I look. So my spiritual woman from Dr. Marsha, Heart Healing Foundation, who I've been seeing for years, those who don't know me. I'm pretty like divine. Anyway, my birth name's Charity Gordon, but I don't go through that. But yeah, just living with head injury, autism spectrum, day-to-day life. I recording about myself, document my life, my struggles and everything. You know, and just how I've been managing my fucking life for so long. You know, I like everything to be a certain way, but I can't. I have to be realistic with my body. You know, just like it was with my mother when she was alive. You know, but Maria Augustina Cyprian. I use my grandfather's name, Cyprian. You know, that's where my mum's side of the family came from. But yeah, I'm using a thing. So I did use actually this as well because I use this a lot. I find it hard to manage my disability. I need a full-time carer, part-time, full-time. Even though I don't understand the idea, I like to be on my own the same time, no, I need support. It's just really fucking hard because I have done this dance before, like knowing that I needed regular support, but at the same time, I just said, you know, I just got heavy weight and everything, but I suppose I didn't get much sleep either last night. And it's like trying to keep up with what's going on, and at the same time, like, I can't keep up all this spiritual news and stuff. I have to remember what someone said to me, because it reminded me on Facebook years ago, who from the States, who how she told me I was Planet Lyra, which I can't really kind of resonate though. I don't really exactly remember, but as I said, I do relate, you know, but that always felt there was a planet that was cats and stuff, you know, because they were on Thundercats, the TV show, and those 80s show, the 80s, 90s show of Beauty and the Beast TV show, where there's a man that was got looked like a lion, and I thought that was kind of a bit, they was living in a world, and I thought, oh, maybe that's actually a real person that actually is members in life, especially a documentary of people that look like lions, right? Maybe that are actually the direct descendant of Zion, Planet Lyra, that couldn't hide that their body has got full body fur, right? You know? So there's maybe something to it. But as I say, I keep things a pinch of salt or teaspoon of things, not a whole spoonful. Analyse if it's good to swallow or not, really. You know, because I said, you know, I was raised in the Bible, so you have to ask a lot of things, you know. The one good thing about Born Like the Day Saints, Church Jesus Christ Like the Saints, is that you was raised to ask a lot of questions. At the same time, they didn't want your question, but I didn't listen that part. I was always listening about, you know, as I said, especially being Indigenous, I listen to spirit a lot. Spirit for me means spirit of the earth, spirit. You know, that's one thing my mum remembered about Indigenous, is always about following the spirit of the earth, the animals. My dad had something to it too, but he was a very selective Celtic man, English Celtic man, you know. But born and raised in Worcestershire, so, but I'm a bit angry that he lives where he wants to live in Preston, and I don't get where I want to live, really, to be honest with you. No bit. It pisses me off. Yeah, just I'm just gonna probably eat straight the pan, maybe. No, apparently the Lord says God's in the life I have. You know, question about my whole life, you know, whether I'm being the amount of gaslit and you know, with truth be held, you know, shut up from the family. Or, you know, the fact I had a gift of revealing things that people don't want me to tell the truth, what I really think about certain family members who was definitely no good. Or I agree with certain elders of the family, like my aunt. She was right about her younger brother, the oldest son, from the last, my grandmother's last marriage. How he was a very corrupt man, you know, which, you know, who likes to be imitating Jay-Z, him and his wife, like, they pretend to be something they're not. They've got that energy. It's not good energy. Rihanna, I like Rihanna, but she's not got a good energy, also of you. Rihanna and JC kind of wannabes. You know, and they, behind closed doors, they'd probably do some dark energy behind closed doors. They may go to church and anything, but I know better. They're harvesting stuff. You know, appearances. Just because people go to church doesn't mean they're behind closed doors. They're doing dark hoodoo, vanity and stuff. You know, seriously. I'm not against hoodoo or anything, but I'm in the dark side. They're not so good. False light bearers keep people lying, kind of frustrating people. But you know, just anyway, people who they are. Anyway. Bullshit, some people. Anyway. Oh. I put it here. Glass. Ball. Striped benches. That was the one thing I got a gift from a previous tenant. From a key working from. She said that someone gave me. That was a really nice gift. But yeah, actually this is going to need to be frozen. And then it's plastic, but it's just gone. I need to clean this board. Apparently need to put this on lighting spray because it's wood. Eco HV being. So yeah, do that. Oh, forgot. I need to heat up the grill oven. Top cooker. Damn it. But yeah, just how it is really. So let's see. Put this is dry. It's the radiator. My guy said to me I need to put my thing in the radiator so it can dry up a little bit. Because my nails. I forgot to tell them in my previous video diary that the reason why I have this like this is because I had nail extensions and I didn't got done properly. I didn't get I as I said, I got stuff underneath. Some of it's coming off dirt wise, but as I said, this mould I think. Some of it's cleaned out, it's just dirt, you know, underneath. But yeah, I'm just going to put my, so I just put my little stand here. But it's interesting. I found that you can rent boats, but I was thinking practical because I need a dress, right? And there probably doesn't address in renting boats, and that's the thing. If I'm going to go do the Lord's Mare thing, I'm just not going to be there. But I still want to manifest in getting a benefactor that support my artwork. There's this one thing that's always kept in my mind. My dream is someone support everything I need, and I got a PA. I got someone that's to buy laundry and all that kind of stuff. Everything, just you know, I got everything, the best services available for me, the best, not some, the best, 100% the best, you know. It does bother me that a blessing from the brethren in the church, who was originally said I had a blessing in my 20s. I was convinced to get back to church when I was living in my parents' house. I was working. Apparently, I had a blessing that said that everything I'll get everything that I was supposed to have. I think, or when it was I lost my nervous breakdown. I can't remember. Anyway, so I'm probably like 25, 26 or something. Anyway, the missionaries, senior missionaries from Church of Christ, there was original members of the church that came from the I can't remember the Mary Rose. That's it, the Mary Rose. And that that from England, that Christian people that Mary Rose, I think, the boat that during Tudor times, that the early people immigrated from England who was Christian, to emigrate in America. Well, yeah, so. And then there was early members of the church generation, early members of Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So founded with the time of Joseph and Hiram Smith. Not before, not when it went completely mainstream Christian. No, when it was a really, really spiritual time, when people were questioning like Divine Mother and all that kind of stuff, right? Very spiritualist. But it was also the time where the woman, there was a woman who was a Quaker, right? So, I believe there's some truth in the Quakerism as well, if you, followed by spirit and everything. So, I really like Outlander where she just sits there and she's like said, to get married, like, your spirit wants innocent. It's like, one person's like, you know what? I feel like this meant to be married. It's like so funny. And then he married oh, it's like married. I don't know. It was actually, I think they did try to do accurate. I'm not sure behind the scenes. But yeah, Outlander, which I watched in Prime, was amazing. I really want to go to Outlander. Next time I go to Scotland, I want to go to the Outlander sleeper. They've got the cover on it, the sleeper. It's got Outlander in it. It's gonna be amazing because I do love seeing. Apparently, I'm like the main character of Outlander, who's a doctor, right? Witch doctor or something like that. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna get my real fish. So it's £1, 66 pence. The real meat. I'm not actually going to grill, just put it in the oven because it's on a stick. It's going to be really good. I have to remember it's 10:30. I see my therapist. I was meant to go early, but I could have had it tomorrow. But yeah, it was 6. I went out to after I had my sister. Went at 6 p.m. It was still warm and stuff. I got my cotton thing. Actually I'm wearing no underwear underneath. I just got this because I really would love. Really would love. It's one of those like dress. We got underwear slip, cotton slip dress that's like a bra kind of thing. Oh man, this is why I wanted to design clothes when I was younger. One day will probably. kind of vision of that and have a dog. But that's not possible right now. Yet. Oh, fuck. That's not possible right now. So yeah, just but it's just frustrating. Oh, I do have gluten-free bread that I forgot about. I bought 3 weeks ago. What's the date? There was none on sale. Got Tesco's back rolls, sourdough. I like things sourdough though, but this is not organic though. But it's better than nothing, right? What's the date? The 10th October. Still closing on October though, it's fine. Only thing, but I got my sourdough right here. And guacamole. And my eggs. So yeah, there's like really cool, like there's like reduced. I find it so ironic. The vegan egg shake was like 20 pence the whole price, and then this was about the same when it was juice. 6 medium eggs. The fake vegan shake eggs, and then like that was like 20 pence more. I was like, you know what, 20 pence more, you get more if you got your actual, you know, I understand people who got allergic eggs is different, but generally if you're not allergic to eggs, you need it. You know, got vitamin D in it. I really think. And probably has to just and then I'm just going to put some, where's my olive oil? And put one bit of olive oil drop. But yeah, I just like got reduced salmon flakes. So, but apparently need 2 eggs to get me by. Oops. I'm going to vlog video diarying myself while I'm doing these eggs. Just clean the raw egg thing. Put this. Flip it. Don't mind if there's some like procedures, that's what it looks like. But yeah, I just have to like something up. I like sunny side actually. Quite cool actually. Look. I used to be very good cook. Just that being, when you're disabled, you get your family, your friends, whatever, you know, they, not friends, but you know what I'm saying, you know, the system, they build you up and tear you down, and so you don't, so it's like it's inconsistently difficulties that it has, you know, but I'm going to eat all of it. I'm not going to eat some of it, I'm going to have all of it. I'm going to put this away. Probably just eat my plate actually. I'm going to put this in. Okay, that's done here. I don't know if you will probably use the sourdough toast actually. Yeah, I'm just going to have the toast. Okay, I'm going to have it. I was wanted to do it with some chocolate, but okay, I'm going to have it. Where's my bread? Mine. But yeah, just quite hungry. Just oh, I think I went the wrong knife. That's the wrong knife. Damn it. This one's better. A bit more sharper. Cut the sourdough bread. You know, spiritually, I listened to yesterday Liz Finley, Are You in the Light, is doing her interview. It was really cool. But she had, I can't remember which channel she was with, but it said, Are You in the Light in a podcast, and I thought, this week, that was on her thing, which for those who passed, you probably might not know, but anyway, she said about Are You the Light, about Callie, which I put on my link on my post, community post, and by the way, if you don't know what Liz Finley is, she's a spiritualist. There's so many Liz Finley, but you know, I know it's like she's got spiritual swags, and she does Starseed Network business, which I discovered because she used to work with Stephen Noble, who does meditation, heart chakra meditation. So she used to work with him. Now she doesn't. She's on her own. You know, so, but they support each other still. I think. He still support her. You know, and she does mention him about his meditation stuff. You know, even though she's now focused on her stuff. Oh damn it! I won't do it, does it? I think it's probably done now. Just ring because I don't really want to. Yep, it's done. Oh, probably just leave it a little bit longer. Because it's probably disappointing them. I do like it semi-raw. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, apparently it's cooked. Yep. Because prawns is pretty good. That's pretty good. And I actually did go offer the food bank parcel, but I'm gonna get the food parcel. It's not gonna be really good for me. So I can't eat certain food rates. But because I bought this coffee mucus and stuff. But I've done everything I can. I will have to try remember to do body code. To do pranic healing on my organs. Maybe it will help. So I was meant to Dr. Marsha. This is about. I was thinking maybe my session is whether or not and I'm gonna just put it on the grill because it's gonna be a bit more quicker. Now it's hot. Really, why my stomach's the way it is, I didn't know before, but maybe that was what I'm thinking of since. But I have done everything I could about. I did the body motion code. I don't know, but and I did do YouTube a live Zoom group. I'm recording with the stomach collective by this woman that was on my feed that came to Oman this year. Live home, the group home with him. So yeah, it is cooked. Just need to heat up. But yeah, that's just it for now. Anyway, I better go. Take the time. Bye for now, folks.